What's going on, YouTube? All right, so today it is a very early day, early morning. Reason why it's so early, I've been getting a lot of questions online of what my morning routine looks like. You guys have been seeing what time I wake up. So my alarm clock goes off at 3. Typically, I'm not out of bed until about 3:10, 3:15. I don't know what it is about those last 10 minutes when I hit snooze, but that 10 minutes is probably the best sleep I get. So I'm out of my bed at 10, go into my game room, make my pre-workout. As I'm sipping on my pre-workout, I'll read some type of scripture. Usually I only read for about 10 minutes or so. As soon as I'm done reading, then I'll start stretching. Reason why I stretch, it's another way for me to wake up, kind of get my mind right. I get asked a lot of questions of why I wake up so early or why do I wake up at 3. First reason why I wake up at 3 is I need to work out. If I don't wake up, because I have to be at work at about 6:30. If I don't wake up at 3, that means I have to work out when I get off work. When I get home from work about 2:30, the last thing I want to do is work out. The reason why is because when I get home, I got my wife and my daughter there. And I don't want to come home from work where I've been gone for about 8 hours or so, come home and the first thing I do is go work out. I don't want to do that. So that's the main reason why I don't work out after work. Second reason why I don't work out after work is because after I've been working all day, I'm a teacher, which if you work with high school kids, you know what it's like. So I'm a teacher, I work for about 8 hours. When I come home from work and I sit down, I know there's no way that I'm gonna wanna work out after I've already worked all day. So it's almost like a foolproof plan of ensuring that I get my workout in by doing it first thing in the morning. Third reason why I work out in the morning is there's something about working out, getting the sweat on. I mean, yesterday I burnt, I think it was 1,000 calories before 5:30. There's something mentally beneficial about doing something that sucks, yet feels good after, right before you go to work. It just sets the tone for the rest of the day. So again, if I do it when I get off work, if I had a bad day or I'm not feeling it or anything, it's gonna be hard to get through that workout. When I wake up this early, I'm able to get all my workout done, feel good, get those endorphins going, and then go to work. So now that I'm stretched out, pre-workout has hit, I feel the itch coming on. I'm gonna go through legs, I'm gonna do some core, go through my leg workout. As soon as I'm done with that, then I'll take you through the rest of my morning routine. But again, this is gonna be what my morning routine looks like, waking up at 3 o'clock every morning. All right, so I answered the why part of why I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. After you do that, the next thing you have to ask, or most people ask me, is how. How do I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning? First thing you gotta know is how your mind works. So you're either motivated by pain or by pleasure. And what I mean by that is when you wake up, because everybody says, when my alarm clock goes off, I just hit snooze, I go back to bed. Okay, the reason why you're doing that, when that alarm clock goes off, your instant thought is pain, right? So you're either motivated by pain or pleasure. When you hear that alarm go off, it's pain. You're thinking of, I don't want to get out of bed. It's nice and cozy here. That's also part of the pleasure, right? If you get out of bed, that sucks. If you stay in bed, you're warm, you're comfortable, you'll get more sleep. That's pleasure. A lot of you guys can't push past that. In order to get past that, what you gotta do is you gotta reap the benefits of actually what happens when you wake up like you say you're going to, and then you follow through on something you say you're gonna do. Meaning, I've done this enough that I know what it feels like when you actually wake up when your alarm clock goes off, you start your workout, you finish your workout, you basically do everything you say you're gonna do. When you're done with that, the endorphins you get, there's a lot of pleasure, okay? So what I do is when my alarm clock goes off, yes, trust me, it feels amazing being in bed when it's cold outside, nice and comfortable under my sheets. That's the only pleasure that I get. What I focus on is the pain, because I'm motivated by pain. I know for sure that if I don't get out of bed, I don't get my workout in, I don't feel that pleasure, I'm gonna feel pain later. Meaning when I go to work, knowing that I didn't work out, that my alarm clock beat me, that I didn't get my cardio in, that I didn't say what I was gonna do, that's a lot of pain for me because I've experienced it before. So regret is what gets me out of bed. I also start thinking about the pleasure that I get if I finish my workout. Again, I'm gonna be missing out on that pleasure if I give in to the small pleasure of just laying in bed. So again, how I get out of bed is I pay attention to the pain of regret if I don't finish and if I don't actually go work out. And then I also pay attention to the pleasure of how good it feels when you're able to get out of bed, you're able to complete your workout, you're able to burn a certain amount of calories all before you go to work. That pleasure is way more beneficial than the pleasure I get from maybe getting an extra 30 minutes of sleep. But again, the only way you do that is you got to do it a couple times. You got to do it like maybe for 2 weeks in a row to actually reap the benefit. If you do it once, the pleasure has not gone up too much. So you're going to keep giving into that pleasure of, I want 10 more minutes of sleep, or I want 30 minutes of sleep. I'm going to feel great. I challenge you to get up out of bed, get a workout in, do something, read, do something that breaks the traditional way of waking up, where you wake up super late, you don't get a proper breakfast, you're on social media, by the time you go to work, you're tired, you looked at some negative stuff online, now you're not, in a good state of mind. So I challenge you to actually wake up, get a workout in, eat a good breakfast, shower, whatever, and experience the pleasure, and it makes it a lot easier when you need to wake up in the future. So that's how you wake up early. Give it a shot. Another question I get asked a lot is, do I eat before I work out? And the question is no. My last meal is at 5:30 the night before. Again, I don't actually consume any food before I work out. My first meal is not until I'm done working out, which is roughly about 5:45. All right, guys, so I just finished my workout. Again, it was only about maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Leg day. Didn't call for any cardio today. It was just core and legs. Now I'm gonna go inside. I'm not gonna talk that much though, because my wife and daughter are sleeping. So the rest of my routine, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna shower, and then I'll do my breakfast routine right before I go to work. So you'll see what a full morning routine looks like for me every single day, Monday through Friday. So let's go. Shh. All right, so I just got to work. It is currently 6:23. I do not have to clock in until 6:50. The last thing I will do to wrap up my morning routine, you basically saw, just to recap, woke up at 3, drank my pre-workout, read my Bible, did some stretching, got into the actual gym, warmed up a little bit, did legs, did some core, knocked out my workout routine. Then you saw me come inside. I took a shower, I prepped my breakfast. After I ate, you saw me pack my lunch. I prepped my food the night before, so it's a matter of just throwing it in my backpack and going. So then I get to work. I have about, like I said, about 25 minutes before. Now, the main reason why I wake up at 3, I'm big on physical health, but what I would say is even more important than physical health is your mental health. What are you doing to fortify your mental health? And what I mean by that is when I wake up at 3, I don't have contact with students because I got first period prep. I don't got contact with students until 8:04. So we'll say I wake up at 3. I don't talk to anybody, come in contact with anybody for 5 hours. Ask yourself, how many hours out of the day do you have for yourself? How many hours, how many minutes are you able to just focus on what's going on in here and have conversations with yourself? Most of you guys would probably say not that much time. So one of the main reasons why, again, having 5 hours by yourself, because I have 5 hours, I do my work, which I'm in constant communication with kids. And when I go home, I'm around my wife and my daughter. So from 3 to 8, that's my time. I get to gather my thoughts. And what I would like to do is I call it my fortifying period, meaning I stay off social media. I don't look at anything negative that's out there. I read the Bible. As I'm working out, I'm listening to some type of podcast, leadership, something that's, I guess you could say, personal development. So I listen to that while I'm working out, which is, depending on the day, it could be an hour or it could be an hour and a half. So again,
I'm pumping more positive feedback. I'm fortifying this, right? Before I even open my email, before I even see anything, I'm fortifying this. Then on my way to work, again, that's when I actually just turn off anything. I drive to work in silence. Again, it's my time. I'm just gathering my thoughts, maybe thinking about what I heard on the podcast, something that stuck, something I read in the Bible, something. But again, that's what I'm focused on. The last step of fortifying my mind is when I get to work. Like I said, I usually have about 25 minutes before I have to clock in. In that 25 minutes, I'll read. So I will read some type of book. The book that I'm reading right now is 12 Rules of Life. So I'll read this for about 25 minutes, or sometimes I only do 15 minutes, and in the last 10 minutes, I'll journal something that I read, something that stuck with me, and then I'll try to apply it throughout the day, or I'll try to teach it to my students if I feel like it's valuable to them. But again, guys, my morning routine is obviously about my physical health, because I can't fit it in without the rest of the day, or throughout the rest of the day. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't have time. Guys, you're never going to have time. You're never going to find time. It's not like it's underneath a couch or something. You have to make time. So I make time by waking up at 3. This allows me to get in my physical health and also work on my mental health. So by the time 8 o'clock rolls around and I see these students coming to my class, I'm jacked up. I'm ready. If anything gets thrown at me throughout the day, I had 5 hours to prep for life. 5 hours to prep for adversity. So I'm feeling pretty good when 8 o'clock rolls around and some type of issue gets thrown at my way. Whether a kid comes in, they're having a bad day, they take it out on me. Whether something gets passed, I read an email from work. Again, guys, I'll check my email about 10 minutes before I clock in, and then I'm ready to go. So to recap this video, the why portion, again, why I wake up early, it fits my schedule. If I don't work out at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not doing it later on. The how, you're either motivated by pain or pleasure. Figure out which one motivates you, and then increase that pain, and it will get you your butt out of bed. Increase the pleasure, you'll get your butt out of bed. Another thing, fortify your mind. I challenge you to, instead of waking up in the morning and looking at social media or anything like that, filling your mind with negativity before even it's 8 o'clock, take it step by step. You don't have to do everything I do. I do a lot of steps, but I've been doing this for probably 10, 15 years now. Start small. Don't try to do my whole morning routine. If you've never done it before, it's going to be very hard. If it was me, I would challenge you to wake up an hour earlier than what you're used to waking up, whatever time that is. And when you wake up, stay off your phone, listen to some type of personal development, whether it's reading a book, Audible, something. Start small. Once you get comfortable with that and you're able to do that, I would say for about 2 weeks, maybe increase by waking up an hour and a half earlier. Throwing in a workout, doing something, but take it step by step. Don't try to do all my morning routine just right starting tomorrow. It's not going to work. But guys, again, this video, I just put it out because a lot of people were asking for my morning routine. If you have any questions, comment below. If you liked the video and it helped, or if you know someone that's trying to wake up early, make sure you like it, make sure you share it. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, whatever happens in life, don't be average. Thank you very much.